as many as are willing to be drawn in to identifying with your experience and with each other in this experience of life that we're all living right now. We're coming from different perspectives, different backgrounds, different realities, different wants, different don't wants. And it's just, we're here to really kind of get a good look at our human experience, regardless of where you're coming from on that path. So I'll be communicating to you, those of you who are here for the first time. We have a virtual Sangha, which is on the screen behind us. So at some points, I'll be addressing them, but they'll be here in the same kind of rhythm and time as we are, but it's just my way of kind of keeping everybody on the same page. I want to welcome you here, and again, in the effort of just kind of opening the door a little bit more, I just want to acknowledge um, that you may not be feeling or haven't felt like yourself for a while. You haven't just been able to put your finger on that last ideal impression of who you've always known yourself to be. Given the present times, the past times, and the in between times, I just wanted to kind of sketch that out for you a little bit because that's a human experience too. It's not one that you want. It's not one that you think you've earned, but it is part of the evolutionary process of our human development, transformation. And associated with that experience of not being able to identify, to feel grounded and rooted in your own being, there's an element of grief that can be associated with that. It's painful. The element of loss of control can kind of come into play with that. Unknowing, uncertainty. So I'm just kind of, again, opening the door just so that you can know that if you are feeling some elements of these things that I've shared, that you're in the right place. You really are. Absolutely. And I want to extend this also to our virtual Sangha, that if you find yourself in all sorts of unfamiliarity and aversion, then you are in the right place too. So what we're going to do is move into a period of practice. We are working with some elements of water today that are going to come into our auditory kind of realm of awareness. And what I want to invite each of you to do is just make sure that you're comfortable. And if you need to adjust, you can. This isn't like a rigid meditation center. You can allow yourself to change and adapt as you go. But what I want to invite you to do, all of us, is just take a deep breath on a count of three. One, two, three, and inhale and release. And just take a second and notice how the body responds. Just to the exhalation can change the vibration and the dynamic. And let's do that again on the count of three. Inhaling on three. One, two, three, and inhale. And release, observing the vibrations of the body, just looking at what's happening when I breathe. It's a subtle dynamic, but there may be something happening that's worth paying attention to. And very casually, I just want you to be human and just notice what's happening in the environment that we're in together. You may hear a cacophony of HVAC and raindrops, and maybe the two make some sort of distortion. But I just want you to acclimate to what's happening that you're entering into. Just acclimate to the environment that you're in. And don't be in a hurry to do it. Take your time. Adjust. Really hear and feel where you are. Everything that we hear deserves to live. There are no interruptions. Even this Santa Monica monsoon that we're currently witnessing. Hmm. Hmm. The main thing is presence with your present moment experience. Mm, mm, Observe the rhythm of your breathing or respiration and do so without interrupting it or coloring it. Keeping your air pathways open and operable. Allow your awareness to shift between the realm of your mind and memory and thought, and allow your awareness to come down deeper into the body itself, where there's an intelligence that requires you to feel. And it's different. And see if you can just stay there for a while. Keeping your air pathways open, allowing yourself to feel what you feel with some sense of kindness, and allowing your heart just to open up a little bit more with compassion, because we're all so overstimulated. And see if you can just let yourself open to let some of that go. Being human is painful. And we're all just trying to learn how to do it the best we can, just to be human. So see yourself and give yourself a break. Give yourself a little credit for trying. keeping your air pathways open, feeling the cycling and the rhythm of your own respiration. Opening yourselves to the silence, bringing your focus to the center of your own being or your heart, wherever that is for you. And if you are able to, I want to invite you to kind of circle around the principle and the virtue of gratitude. Don't grab it, but just allow yourself to remember that you made it through something. Some of you barely made it through, but you made it through. And oftentimes not because of our own intelligence or our status or our wealth or lack thereof. Gratitude is humbling because it reminds us that it's not even about us. And allow yourself to find that sense of gratitude or however whatever it's morphing into. And we want to allow our memories to become aware of the wider circle of humanity that's local, state, national, international. And we're wishing that they can find a sense of gratitude, and to remember the possibility of them making it through as well. We call that meta. We call that loving kindness. Wishing that others will have even a better experience than we think we're having. May it be well for you. May it be better for you than it was for me. May all beings be safe. May safety make its way to all beings. And the preservation of health and well-being, and even the possibility of happiness when the storms break. With open hearts, folded hands, open hands, we offer gratitude for your presence and your practice this morning, in person and virtually, with the hopes that you feel a sense of connection to each other and, more importantly, to your own being. Thank you, everyone.